an update to my succession planting, which I did after I harvested my garlic from here. That was about August 14th to 16th, I think it took me to harvest it all. And probably definitely another week before I put this in. So I'm pushing my luck really with succession planting here, but as we're finding year after year, we're getting warmer summers. So I knew the seed would take, and a few plants that I had started indoors. But some will make it and some won't. But I'm already harvesting some. So let's take a look at what I've got here. I really just scattered seeds here and stuck plants willy-nilly, I'm afraid. But the larger brassica plants, they would be broccoli and cabbage. They still have definitely 2 weeks, and probably due to their hardiness, even another week to go. Not sure we're going to see success with that. I did start those indoors. I've got lettuce scattered throughout. I have my white turnip. What do you call that? Hacuri? Mizuna. Pleased to see that coming up. More cabbage. Ignore the weeds. More lettuce. And the chard that I did start from seed indoors has taken off. So that will certainly provide for me, as will the lettuce. There is some, that's bok choy there. It's almost a little better this time of year. There's some. Pak choy or bok choy, I'm not sure. They do better at this time of year after those horrible little beetles have gone. And this is the second garlic bed. So a lot of the same. I think that's a radish, and I don't recall planting radishes. Yeah, it's a white icicle radish. Okay, good. Some mizuna, the red cabbage. I'm sure I can still eat some of these leaves, even if we don't get all the way with to maturity with those. Now, I've got some celery. I stuck tomato seeds in. Don't know what I was thinking, but thought I'd just see how they go. They did really well in other succession areas from seed where I planted tomatoes. I was so pleased. They're producing. I don't know what this is. It looks like a green mustard, which I didn't even have any seeds for. Oh, I know what that is. That is komatsuna. Great. It apparently does really well. And another Asian green, but I don't know what that one is either. More lettuce. Parsley that I brought out from indoors. It was looking very sad, and it looks really nice now. I may bring that again back indoors. So a little bit sporadic, but there is food here. I'm happy with my few patches of mizuna. I've really come to enjoy them this time of year as a green to bring in the house when there's maybe not as much anymore. But I used to not know quite what to do with mizuna, aside from mixing it in with other salads, and I will do that certainly. But it's so much more, and of course it's a Japanese origin vegetable that they don't usually use in salads, I don't believe. I think they always cook them. So great in stir fries and soups and salads, but warm salads I like them in. So I made the other day a beautiful beet salad just with cooked beets, feta, mizuna I chopped finely, and all I did was olive oil and balsamic vinegar, and it was beautiful. Another one I like is, again, I chopped the mizuna up, cooked the potatoes warm, and put them on top of the mizuna, and then with that, really works well with new potatoes. I don't have new ones anymore. My potatoes the skins have hardened, but I peel them. But then on that, I put a lovely Dijon vinaigrette with lemon juice, and it's beautiful. Just a great way to use up. And it's not it's a warm salad, but mizuna goes really well. It has what they call a peppery flavor. It's a very, very mild peppery flavor, unlike some of, like arugula is even stronger than mizuna. So it's a lovely, hearty green. And when it goes to seed, you're just given so many seeds that you can use, and I then use them for early, before I could even get outside. I'm using them to grow my shoots, and I've let some go to seed down there from the earlier. You can succession plant Mizuna all summer long, really. I've been keeping myself nice and busy processing everything that I'm bringing in, but I realized today that I brought a couple of celery plants in, the larger ones I had, and made celery soup, and I've been using them in cooking, but I haven't blanched and chopped, blanched, and frozen any for my winter storage, which is very important to me. My plants this year are smaller because I started them a bit too late indoors, and thought I'd get away with it, but they're lovely and healthy though, and they will taste just as good. So I'm going to get some of these out here. I also notice I have some celeriac I didn't realize. Yeah, they're smaller stalks, but healthy and beautiful, and they'll do just fine for my cooking during the winter season. I do harvest a lot as cut and come again during the season. This one, no, not, I don't think, because it's been hidden in here. Is it big enough yet? Yeah, we'll take that one too. We'll take that one too. That's a really tiny one, but it'll do. I also save a lot of the leaves in the freezer just as is. I don't blanch them, I just stick them in a bag because I use those for flavoring all the time. By the way, my son for my 60th birthday bought me a hori hori. Isn't that wonderful? I've cleaned my peas out, except a few lingering plants that are still producing. And because I need more, always. But I see this carrot sticking out, so let's take him out. Lovely Nance. Isn't that pretty? I have to show you, I saw this dirt up here, and I thought, what on earth's done that? And look, what a mess. Took the whole root out of that, so I'll patch that up a bit. It's the fox. Hopefully he was just going for a mouse. Pardon me being cruel, but the mice like to crawl around the side of my beds, and I'm thinking that's what he was after there. There we go.
Now the fox seems to be our friend these days. I don't mind him digging up. He walked right up to me doing my garlic. Here he is, he looks in at me at the window. And he's taken a particular liking to Bruce. Bruce out at the fire. He jumps up on top of the fire pit. And we love him. Absolutely love him.
Well, I think that's enough celery to keep me busy for this evening. I like to pick a little bit for a job every evening, and I'm going to make some chili with some of the wonderful scarlet runner beans that I've harvested. So I have a few clips of some of the little jobs I've been up to. I'll show you those.
I finally made myself work at just getting that lavender all cleaned up. It's so easy to do if you just swish it between your fingers, roll it, and it comes off so easy that way. I got more than enough for me this year. I use it for teas, and I use it, of course, too for laundry, dryer, smells, and potpourri. But this is all from one plant. I was over the moon. This is English lavender, which is the culinary lavender. So it can also go in, if you make a pound cake and you want to top it with lavender, or you put it in just any kind of a cheese creamy dessert. It's lovely. Shortbread. Beautiful. I also use my evenings to get on with those herbs that have dried and I want to jar up. Because I'm still bringing some fresh ones in from outdoors. Still working on my dried beans bit by bit. And with those beautiful apples that Bruce found and picked for me, I did get around to making a lot of applesauce for the freezer to enjoy over the winter. And I also made my apple scrap cider vinegar with the cores and the peels. I let this sit for 2 weeks, then I strain it, and then I go another 2 to 4 weeks till I get the flavor that I want. I love this, couldn't be better. Using up scraps, so very inexpensive, just a few tablespoons of sugar. And this vinegar will get me through till next year, when it's apple time again.
There's a few celery plants behind me here that I'm going to check and possibly bring in also. But that's some of the things I've been up to the last few days. It has been chilly and drizzly for a few days, and I'm inside more than I am outside in the garden these days. But that's okay. I'm getting the produce processed, and it's very important to me. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you soon.